Mr. Speaker, sir, the Online Safety, Relief and Accountability Bill is one that I, as well as many Singaporeans and my residents, support fully. With the growing prevalence of cyberbullying and the rise of illegal black markets and harmful online chat rooms that benefit and profit from disseminating obscene and dangerous materials, this bill could not have come at a more timely moment. It is even more important that Singapore will be among the first countries to introduce comprehensive legislation on this issue, a significant milestone that did not happen overnight. It took years for us to get here, years of heart, hope, and hard work by the many stakeholders and public officers. In supporting this bill, I have 4 clarifications. 2 concerning the contents of the bill, and 2 concerning its enforcement. Part 12 of the bill imposes obligations on online service providers to respond to reports against certain harmful content in a timely and adequate manner, with the potential for tortious liability if they fail to do so. Currently, many major social media platforms, such as Instagram and TikTok, have internal reporting mechanisms and community guidelines, which will need to be aligned with the new legislation. Some of these platforms already provide warning labels for potentially distressing images, for example, content that may contain self-harm, violence, or sensitive materials. However, I note that there may still be grey areas. Certain artistic or educational materials which are excluded from the definition of obscene materials under Clause 9(2) may still be distressing for some users. In the UK, for example, their online safety framework has included protections for what is called epileptic trolling, content that is designed to trigger seizures, and other materials that may trigger individuals with mental health conditions. To ensure that such Singaporeans do not fall through the gaps, may I ask the Minister whether the government will consider requiring online service providers to implement warning systems for potentially harmful content? My second question concerns an issue close to the hearts of many Singaporeans, especially our senior youths, and that is cyberbullying. This has become an issue of serious public concern in recent years, and there is growing anxiety that our youth and senior youth's young children are being exposed to obscene and harassing behaviours online. It is critical that we create a safe online environment for our young. So I'd like to ask the Minister whether we are considering to introduce strict liability for certain classes of offences under the bill to strengthen deterrence and provide stronger protection for members of the public, especially our young children. A further concern relates to enforcement, especially in cases where harmful content is disseminated through transnational online platforms. A lot of these harmful materials are transnational in nature, or if not, the online platforms themselves that host these materials are transnational themselves. Some global companies have proactively aligned their internal policies with global legislations on online harms, while others have not been as forthcoming. Given that parts 5 and 6 of the bill will require the cooperation of entities and individuals beyond our borders, I'd like to ask the Minister how the government intends to work with these transnational stakeholders, and if the work has already started, what are the current stakeholder sentiments and negotiations done to ensure that such online platforms, in particular, adopts and abides by the Online Safety Bill? Finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, this bill matters deeply to Singaporeans because the harm it addresses are personal and oftentimes deeply traumatic and can be financially burdensome to some. Under the current framework, victims must first report harmful content to the relevant service provider and in some more serious cases, escalate it to the newly established Online Harms Commission. The bill also provides for victims to bring civil actions against offenders or platforms in cases of online harm. As the Honourable Member, Mr. David Ho, has also mentioned, many Singaporeans may lack the financial resources to pursue such claims. May I ask if we could consider allowing online harms torts to be heard before the small claims tribunals, or alternatively, provide legal or financial assistance for victims seeking redress through civil action. The technology and social landscape will continue to evolve, and while this bill marks an important step forward, the work should not stop here. Ensuring a safe and trusted online space requires a holistic approach, one that looks beyond the legislation to how we can build a supportive and resilient ecosystem. And this includes strengthening community networks and drawing on the support of stakeholders such as social and religious organizations, as well as deepening public education efforts. Together, these efforts will foster a culture of responsibility, empathy, and care in our digital spaces. This bill represents a crucial step forward in safeguarding our digital spaces and ensuring our laws keep pace with the realities of the online world. I hope this brings safer spaces online with protection and recourse for all. Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding these clarifications, I support the bill.